Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a video I'm pretty excited about because I am going for my first run in the REEBOK FLOATRIDE ENERGY 3. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that last year I really liked the Forever FLOATRIDE ENERGY 2. I think this is one of the best value shoes that came out last year. Is the FLOATRIDE ENERGY 3 gonna beat it, or are we gonna find that the 2 is still pretty good bang for the buck? Before we take this out for its first run, let's talk about price. This shoe retails on Reebok for $100, but I don't know anyone that's actually paid full price for a pair of Reeboks. They are constantly running specials. Don't pay full price. You will not be paying $100 for this. I pretty much guarantee it. But let's just say this shoe is $100. Is it worth it? Let's go for a run and find out. All right, guys, I don't know if I said this before I got started, but this is only my initial impression video. I just finished my first run in the FLOATRIDE ENERGY 3. The run went pretty well. I am pretty happy with it. I expected to be happy with it because of how happy I was with the Forever FLOATRIDE ENERGY 2s, and these shoes did not disappoint. Stay tuned to the channel because I will be doing a full review after at least 100 miles in these shoes. Let's talk about the run for just a second. 10.25 miles, which is 16.5 clicks, an average pace of 8:18 a mile, which is about 5:09 a kilometer. Most of it was easy, but I did kind of pick up the pace as I went back and forth over a small hill. So very small hill repeats. Just like I expected, these shoes feel really good when you pick up the pace. There is more than enough cushioning to make this your daily trainer. So the miles that I was running easy, they just felt easy, but I don't want you to think that they feel too easy. They're not super cush. They're not like, what do I have? My Brooks Ghost 13s. Those are a very plush ride. I've had a lot of shoes where the max cushioning kind of takes away from the feeling of running. It feels like you're running on a pillow. Hold on. Not so with these shoes. These shoes are firm enough that you get a good road feel. Now there's a delicate balance. I find there's a delicate balance between road feel and feeling beat up after your runs. And I know this was only my first run. I know I've only run 10 miles in these shoes. Just like the Forever FLOATRIDE 2s, the FLOATRIDE ENERGY 3s feel spot on. These shoes are sporting a 9mm drop. I did notice a big 9 on the inside right here. And there is a tiny little MM with an arrow pointing to the 9. I'm embarrassed to tell you how long it took me to figure out that it meant a 9mm drop. Reebok is still using their FLOATRIDE ENERGY foam. It is a TPE foam, which is a thermoplastic elastomer beads. Those beads are steam molded to make this midsole. It results in a pretty comfortable ride. The outsole is carbon rubber and it runs from toe to heel. So these are gonna last. You are gonna be able to put the miles into these shoes. Honestly, if I think back to my Forever FLOATRIDE 2s, I'm pretty sure the upper is breaking down before this outsole. It's the same carbon rubber outsole on the 2s that is on the 3s. Reebok has gone with a breathable square knit for their upper, and it just feels a little different. It feels a little different than the last upper that they did. It almost feels a little plasticky. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing. It actually looks pretty nice and it does feel good and it gives you a good lockdown on your foot when the laces are tied. Sizing is not accurate in Reebok, at least for me. So I usually wear a men's size 13 in the US, men's size 12 in the UK. I had to go down a whole size with Reebok. All right, I just want to point out something that I found a little sketchy on the website. So they say that the FLOATRIDE ENERGY 3s come in at 8.5 ounces. Now they don't say what size they're referring to, but usually it's men's size 9. You can see here that my men's size 13 come in at 10.8 ounces. Okay, that means nothing on its own. But when we look at the Forever FLOATRIDE ENERGY 2, Reebok says that that comes in at 9.04 ounces. Now my Forever FLOATRIDE 2 in men's size 12 come in at 9.8 ounces. So you may have missed it. Let me recap. These are reported lighter on Reebok's site than the Forever FLOATRIDE ENERGY 2s. However, these are heavier by an entire ounce from my Forever FLOATRIDE ENERGY 2s. I don't know where the disconnect disconnect is from what they're reporting to what I'm weighing, but for me, I am running with 1 ounce heavier on my feet. Did I notice it when I was running? No, not at all. It's something to think about because, listen, this is my first impression, so I want you guys to move ahead with all the information you need. If the old one is a whole ounce lighter and the same midsole, the outsole is very similar. A few cosmetic changes. I wonder if the Forever Floatride Energy 2s from last year are going to be a better deal. If you can get them for a steal. And I know you could get them for a steal last year, but even if these are, say, $80, if you can get the Forever Floatride Energy 2s for $50, $60, it'd be tough. It'd be a tough thing to come up against, because I always like new shoes, but I always like a good deal too. You notice we've got this flared heel collar. Don't know what that means, but it's supposed to make everything more comfortable. We can see the heel counter. Yeah, it's got some rigidity. I didn't experience any heel slip. Good lockdown across the laces. One thing I did notice was that on my little toe, I felt my little toe kind of rubbing on the outside. When I run over 100 miles in these shoes, I will follow up for you guys and I'll let you know if that actually turned into something like an issue. I remember the Hoka Rincons, I had the same problem. I loved them in the beginning, but my little toe rubbing just kind of got to me in the end, and I actually retired those shoes a little early. The Reebok Forever Floatride Energy 2s were not retired early. I ran at least 450 miles in them. I actually switched those to be my walking shoes, and I'm excited to add these into the mix. Cost-performance ratio. I think these are going to be possibly one of the best shoes of 2021 because of the price, because of how they feel, because of how they perform. You are going to be able to use these. Let me just stop. If you only have one pair of shoes, this could be it. You can do your easy runs. You can pick up the pace, and they feel just as good as doing each type of run. Hey guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and thanks for staying all the way to the end of the video. I'll see you in a couple of days. Be kind, be happy, run well.